Good morning from Oslo, the Royal Palace Gardens here in the Norwegian capital, the day after Manchester United's 2-0 win over Leeds in the pre-season opener. As you can see, very picturesque where I am here. Quite a quiet week in Oslo in general. Lots of fans at the stadium yesterday, torrential rain. It was perfect preparation really for Mason Mount and his move to Manchester because grey granite skies, non-stop rain, a bit of a chill in the air. Welcome to Manchester, Mason, except for you're in Oslo instead for now. Loads of United shirts. United fans quite obviously outnumbered the Leeds fans here. Leeds still a well-supported football club, but even amid Erling Haaland mania, Man United still the main attraction in Norway. And this is United's third visit in the last 5 years to Norway, and the fandom is still almost unrivaled really in terms of overseas support. I know that will have caused some debate, but they're a very passionate bunch here in Scandinavia for Manchester United. The oldest United supporters group as well, 31 years now they've been going for, and of course that sort of amplified under Solskjaer's reign, but United still post Solskjaer very popular here in Norway as well. The sun's just come out as well, fantastic for this video. In terms of the game yesterday, it was what you expect from pre-season. Wholesale changes from both teams at half-time. United started with a stronger side. You'd expect everyone who started for United yesterday to be part of the tour squad that goes to the US next week. The second half team, maybe the likes of those will feature against Wrexham. That's going to be an academy game that they play against each other. I thought that the standout player for me was Kobe Mainoo. He looks absolutely brilliant. So direct with his passing, brilliant ball retention skills, just really smart and intelligent. And he's also got the physicality as well. I know last year it was Zidane Iqbal who shone on pre-season, but of course he was sold to FC Utrecht. Just didn't have the physicality to make it in the Premier League, Zidane Iqbal. I think Kobe Mainoo does. I really do think that he could be the next United player who breaks through into the first team, really. We've seen Garnacho get his chance. We've seen Charlie McNeil got his debut. Mainoo, of course, got his debut last season as well. Garnacho's been the standout youth player for United, though, under Ten Hag, and I think Kobe Mainoo will be the next one, really. Mason Mount, of course, was the headliner on this debut. It was a year ago that Christian Eriksen made his debut in the same stadium, the Ullevål Stadion in Oslo. They retreat to another midfield maestro. I thought Mount was at the heart of most things United did well in the first half. He tried a bit too hard. You know, the end product was a little bit lacking. Some good delivery from set pieces, and in general, Mason Mount looked like he will fit really well into this team. After the game, we spoke to Ten Hag in the mix zone, and he said that Mason Mount is the complete midfielder. I'm not sure I agree with you on that one, Eric, but I do think that Mason Mount will add a lot to this Manchester United side in the coming season, really. Tom Heaton was decent in goal. I thought Matej Kovar, though, came at half-time, looked really good. And United are in the market for possibly two goalkeepers this summer. Andre Onana, still the primary target there. But I thought Matej Kovar looked like a modern goalkeeper. He looked like he was good with the ball at his feet. He commanded the area well, came for crosses really well. And yeah, why can't Matej Kovar be the second choice next season for United in goal? Certainly worth a go, and hopefully we get to see more of him during this pre-season, really. Who else was there? Lisandro Martinez and Varane, both effortless at the back. Martinez could not tell he had his serious injury towards the end of last season. His first appearance since that game against Sevilla, the first leg. He was phenomenal again. He always is, you know. Alvaro Fernandez, Hannibal and Ahmad all played after their successful years in the Championship. Ahmad lively up top, lacking the end product, which was sort of the case for Forson and Sancho in the first half. Hannibal, tenacious, somehow got booked in the pre-season friendly for tugging an opposition player's shirt, but that's what we come to expect from Hannibal. We'll all remember that cameo at Anfield, was it 2 seasons ago now, and the tenacity he brought into the United side there. He was brilliant with his recovery runs and just adding some muscle really to the United midfield. I think he's a player who could leave this summer still. He's still at a bit of a crossroads where he was good in the Championship. There's interest abroad from him. Borussia Dortmund, as we reported last month, one of the teams showing an interest in Hannibal Mejbri. But he could still have a future at United, and he did show yesterday what he's got. And you know, he certainly has a lot in him, a lot of untapped potential as well. It's just whether United have the time and the resources really to allow him to fulfil that potential, because he is still so raw. Alvaro Fernandez, good at left back. Nothing to write home about too much. Wan-Bissaka again, a bit quiet. And in the second half, I thought that Isaac Hansen-Aron really good in front of the home crowd. A Norwegian teenager, 18 years old, signed from Tromsø a few years ago. He's one who will be wanting to get a taste of senior football in the coming year. Maybe a low move might suit him, but he had a lot to offer. Joe Hugel took his goal brilliantly. Noam Emmeran, brilliant goal for the opener and a good assist for the second. He was lively, he had something to offer. A bit overstacked in attack though, maybe he isn't someone who's really going to get a chance, you feel, no matter how well he played. Dan Gore, I thought he was excellent in midfield. He was the guy who partnered Kobe Mainoo when United won the Youth Cup last year. He again looks like a really top midfield talent, someone who's really calm, composed, clever with the ball, doesn't get phased, and that's what United want from midfielders and Ten Hag. I think Mainoo and Gore both have a bright future. And yeah, like I said, I felt Bennett and Fish both good in defence. Bennett was quite commanding. Will Fish was good. He's set to join Hibernian on a season-long loan though, so we might not see him again this pre-season. Same with Charlie Savage, who wore the armband in the second half. News was, I was told earlier in the year that he could leave on loan before the summer tour. Of course, he was great last summer, just as was Iqbal, and 1 year later Iqbal's not at the club and Savage likely to go on loan again. So always take pre-season performances with a pinch of salt. Of course, last year it was Marshall and Sancho who were the two main men, and they both had difficult seasons, so you can't get too carried away at this stage, but certainly promising signs. And like I said, Mainoo and Kovar as well was really good. And for United, it's been a very successful trip back to Norway. A 2-0 win over Leeds. Lots of minutes for youngsters. Mason Mount makes his first appearance. Martin back from injury. Smiles all around, really. It's a sunny day here at the Royal Palace. United back in action against in Edinburgh next week against Lyon. I don't know why I said Hibernian, just because I thought of Edinburgh, so I'm getting a bit flustered really here, aren't I? My arm is aching as well. I've been holding this phone up for nearly 7 minutes now, and as you saw a few minutes ago, those two people behind me just stared at the phone. They didn't try, and there's a path here. They could have walked right past me. They came behind. Ruined the shot. Sorry, producer Seb, when you have to edit this, and I don't think you ain't going to be able to green screen them out, but yeah. My report from Oslo anyway. United off to a winning start in pre-season. Job done for Ten Hag's side. Much tougher tests to come. I think about 15, 16 senior players will be welcomed back to training this Saturday. Should be a very different squad that plays against Lyon next week, and then United will fly straight out to the US after that game in Edinburgh. But from Oslo, Man United 2, Leeds 0, and a winning start to pre-season.